It's a quiet spring day at the Riverwalk in Windsor. Minutes away from Guide Dogs New South Wales ACT's head office, the walk is a popular place to train upcoming guide dogs. This graduate is ready to be partnered up with a vision-impaired client, where he will enjoy a rewarding career with his owner. But to many people with vision impairment, the experience of being in public with a guide dog is not so pleasant.
We have had a few issues. It's been restricted to eateries, cafes, restaurants where, it's been a bit of an issue.
Alan Pronger, a Sydney resident with vision impairment, has been with his guide dog Archie for 5 years.
My vision impairment is particularly rare. The formal name is juvenile optic atrophy. 10 years ago, I would say, where mobility became an issue, I put my hand up for a guide dog, basically.
Alan has experienced subtle forms of discrimination, including having his access questioned in places others take for granted.
It just puts a bit of a dampener on the evening when you do go out to dinner and you're out for a relaxing meal out with friends or whatever, and you don't want to inconvenience them and they're standing around waiting while you're negotiating with the staff. Getting to a job or wherever you're going, ring a taxi, and then they see the dog and drive straight past.
A recent study by Guide Dogs New South Wales ACT found that 53% of clients experienced discrimination in the past year. The largest percentage occurred in cafes or restaurants.
People with a disability who use a guide dog have the right to enter premises and use services. It's unlawful to deny people access to premises. It's also just being treated less favourably. So that can include things like being told to sit outside or to be, given a table out the back or near the toilet because you've got the dog there.
The Guide Dogs Education Campaign, It's Time to End Guide Dog Discrimination, partnered with New South Wales Police to raise awareness of this offence. A guide dog access rights card was developed to empower users.
It's really important that people understand their obligations, not just businesses but their staff as well, so staff have to be trained. Education is probably the main method that we would use to prevent discrimination.
Alan also works for Guide Dogs as a speaker to educate children and the public.
When I'm talking to school kids, that's an opportunity to explain about how guide dogs are allowed everywhere.
Public awareness also involves knowing how guide dogs are trained to behave in public and on harness.
They're trained to just be at the owner's feet, on lead, either under the chair, under the table, but out of the way of the general traffic. When we're training the dogs, we tend to go into lots of different places, shopping centres, cafes, restaurants, and on public transport. So they're definitely well behaved and calm inside these venues.
While Alan has been reasonably lucky with discrimination, he hopes to spread the word and the awareness. Sharon Jiang, Reportage Online.